Your hair wants cutting.
I think you should learn not to make personal remarks. Very rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I guess you should now start having fun. Now that you started asking riddles. I think I know the answer to that.
Do you mean you think you can solve the answer to the riddle?
Exactly so.
Then why didn't you say what you mean?
Well, I mean what I said. It's the same thing, you know.
Not the same thing a bit. You might as well just say, I see what I eat is the same thing as I speak what I speak.
You might as well just say, I like what I get. It's the same thing as I get what I like.
Might as well just say I breathe while I sleep, thinking as I sleep while I breathe.
Which is just the same with the dormouse. What day of the month is it?
The fourth.
Ah! 2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the work.
It was the best butter.
Yes, but somebody must have put the butter in the bread. And now there's crumbs all over it.
It was the best butter.
Huh. What a funny looking watch. It tells what day of the month it is, but it doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Well, dear, why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
No. But that's because it stays the same year for such a long time altogether.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't get what you mean.
The dormouse is asleep again.
Of course. Just what I was going to say myself.
So, have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I'm afraid I haven't. What's the answer?
I have no idea.
Nor I.
Then you shouldn't be wasting your time asking riddles you don't know the answers to.
You know, if you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's a hint.
What?
Of course you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. You've never even spoken to time.
Well, I know I beat time when I play music.
Well, that accounts for it. Time is not the one to take for beating. Now, if only you'd stay on good terms with time, he'd do almost anything you'd ask with the clock. For instance, let's say it were 9:30, just in time to begin your music lessons. All you have to do is whisper a hint to time, and round goes the clock, 1:30, time for dinner.
I only wish it was.
But if it was, then I wouldn't be ready for it, you know.
Well, not at first, perhaps, but you could keep it to 1:30 for as long as you like.
Is that how you manage?
Not I. We quarreled last March, just before the March Hare went mad. It was at the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts, and I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. You know the song, perhaps?
I know something like it.
You're just gonna love it. It goes on. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Well, I'd hardly finish the first verse when... I'd hardly finish the first verse when the Queen bawled out, he's murdering time. Off with his head.
She's so very savage.
Yes. And now the time won't do a thing I ask, and it's always 6:30.
So, is that why all these tea things are laid out?
Yes, around here it's always tea time, and we've no time to wash things between the whiles.
So, you keep moving around, I suppose.
Yes, as the things get used up.
But when you get back to the beginning
Let's
again...
change the subject. I don't feel like a story.
I don't know any stories.
Let
Then the dormouse shouts, "Wake up, dormouse!"
I wasn't asleep. I heard every word you fellows were saying.
Tell us a story.
Yes, please do.
And you might want to be quick about it, or it'll be done. You'll be asleep before it's done.
Okay. So, once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and their names were Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly, and they lived at the bottom of the well.
What do they live on?
Sure.
They must have been very ill.
So they were. Very ill.
Why did they live at the bottom of the well?
Have some more tea.
I haven't had any tea to begin with. How can I take more?
Well, it's very easy to take our point, no?
Nobody asked your opinion.
Well, who's making personal remarks now?
If you can't be civil, you might finish the story yourself.
No, I dare say there may be one.
One indeed. And so, these three little sisters, they're linked to drawing them.
What they draw?
I want a clean cup. Let's all move one place over.
How do you draw syrup out of the well?
You would think that if you could draw water out of a water well, you could draw syrup out of a syrup well, stupid.
But they were in the well.
Of course they were well in. And so, these three little sisters, they were linked to draw all sorts of things. Everything that begins with an N. Why an N?
Why not?
What begins with an N? Such as mousetraps in the moon and imagination and muchness. You know, you never draw much of a muchness, but have you ever seen a drawing of a muchness?
Not if you ask. I don't think...
Then you shouldn't talk.